Hello everyone, this is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video, and in this video I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. In this particular adventure, I am going to be playing as a sexy female power-armored superhero, trying to get through a dangerous obstacle course in order to get a MacGuffin, in order to save the world, the multiverse, from a legion of supervillains. So I hope you guys are excited. So this scenario was inspired by my list of things that I think are really cool in a story, which are suspense, action, sex appeal, cool design, and that more or less is about it. Pacing is another big thing, but this video is only going to be like around 30 minutes or so, so that already helps with pacing. Oh, and strategy. I also think strategy is really important in a story. I think a character needs to try and actually have a plan in order to actually be able to achieve their goal. And a clearly defined goal is another thing that I like in a story. So I put all those elements together into a custom scenario, and that's what we're going to play right now. Anyways, let's hop right into this adventure. I'm gonna hit start on the timer, and we're just gonna jump right in. Okay, so hair length. I'm gonna go long. Hair descriptor, curly, hair color, red, eye color, green, figure shape, hourglass. About breast size, my mind's like medium, and it's like I don't know how well that translates. Medium, breast descriptor, busty, butt size. Large, wide, actually go wide, butt descriptor, round, go for it. You have the power to run at incredible speeds, run at superhuman speeds, be more specific. Okay, primary power armor color. Okay, I'm a huge power armor guy. I'm gonna go black. I don't know why I put that in all caps. Fine, black and white. We'll put them both in all caps for no reason. Pick any animal. I'm a big fan of rats, so I'm actually gonna go with rat. Name the MacGuffin. So I'm gonna call it Stone of Power. Let's see. A MacGuffin, in case you guys don't know, is a thing in a story that normally everybody wants, but they don't really know why they want it necessarily. It's just the thing that everybody wants that normally is the center of a conflict of a story. Anyways, the first obstacle between you and the MacGuffin is A, make sure it is difficult to overcome even with your powers. A slippery cliffside hanging over a pit of poisonous spikes. Even if you have super speed, you could slip, fall, get poisoned or impaled on spikes. Okay, the second obstacle between you and the MacGuffin is another thing that sucks for super speed. A massive pit of quicksand surrounded by swarms of killer bees. I honestly don't know how I'm going to get past that. And then the final obstacle is going to be a minefield. That is a minefield that is being watched by hundreds of snipers. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna have to get through all that using my superpowers. Let's see how I do. That actually does seem like a lot. I'm not sure how I'm gonna accomplish that. You are a sexy, superpowered superhero with long curly red hair, green eyes, a hourglass-shaped figure, medium busty breast, and a wide round butt. You have the power to run at superhuman speeds. You can only use your powers 3 times a day. You wear a suit of black and white, form-fitting, attractive power armor. Your power armor mimics the physical features of a rat. You have to get a special item known as the Stone of Power in under 3 minutes to stop an entire team of supervillains from taking over the multiverse. There are three obstacles between you and the special item. The first obstacle is a slippery cliffside hanging over a pit of poisonous spikes. The second obstacle is a massive pit of quicksand surrounded by swarms of killer bees. The third obstacle is a minefield that is being watched by hundreds of snipers. Your goal is to get past all three obstacles and get the special item in under 3 minutes without using your powers more than 3 times. You have to climb the hill, cross the quicksand, and walk across the minefield. Which path do you choose to traverse? So that last part is what the AI said. Um, that's fine. I mean, I guess it's not fine. It says climb the hill. It's not that you're climbing a hill. It's that you're like on a cliff, essentially, like a slippery cliff. But I'm going to get rid of that extra part that the AI put in. We don't need that. Okay. So first things first, I need to use my superhuman speed in order to get past the slippery cliffside over a pit of poisonous spikes. I might just carefully walk across the cliffside. Like, what if you just don't run at super speed? Carefully walk across the slippery cliffside. You don't want to use your superhuman speed because you're afraid that if you do, that you might trip and fall into the pit of poisonous spikes below. Okay. Like maybe for some of these, plus that'll help me save up on power power usages. Because if I used a power each time, then that would kind of suck. Then you end and you have no power usages. You begin to walk slowly across the cliffside. You're scared and you feel your palms getting sweaty. Suddenly you lose your footing. You fall on your butt and instantly start to slip down the side of the pit. Okay, so if my power armor has the features of a rat, right? Rats have claws. Maybe I can like my claws into like the cliffside or whatever so that I don't just slip into the pit and die. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt to use the rat-like features of my power armor to claw into the cliffside. My goal is to cling to the wall and cling to the cliffside. Cling to the cliff and climb the rest of the way to the next obstacle. Or I guess to the second obstacle. Hopefully that works. I hope I have rat claws. Your power armor obeys your mental commands to cling to the side of the cliff. You slowly make your way up to the rest of the way to the second obstacle. You now have 2 obstacles left before you reach the third and final obstacle. The second obstacle is a massive pit of quicksand. It says you have 2 left before you reach the third and final obstacle. No, you don't. You have 1 left. There are only 3 obstacles. The game is like you got more than that. Okay. Let's see. So I am afraid of getting stung by the swarms of killer bees surrounding the quicksand. And I am also afraid of falling into the quicksand. How can I get around this? Maybe if I run at super speed and go get like some honey or something to like attract the bees and like distract the bees while I try to run at super speed across the top of the quicksand, maybe? Or maybe I need like grapple hook launcher or something, and then maybe like swing off of a tall structure. Yeah, I'm gonna look around for nearby tall structures. Yeah. Because if I use my super speed to go get something and like come back, maybe that's what I need? Like to get a tool? You spot a tall wooden platform not too far away from the second obstacle. You carefully and slowly make your way over to the second obstacle. Well, hold on. If there's a tall wooden platform not too far away, I wonder if I can use that in some way. In universe, it says I only have like 3 minutes, so I can't be too slow. Um, I really don't know how to get rid of killer bees. Hmm. Maybe if I run so fast I create like a sonic boom, it could like scare away the killer bees, like knock them away with like a shockwave, and let me like run across the quicksand faster than I can sink in. So I'm going to attempt to run at supersonic speeds to create a sonic boom. Oh, not sonic bomb, sonic boom, to scare away the swarms of killer bees and to run across the surface of the quicksand faster than I can sink in. Faster than I can sink into it. Okay. Woo. Hopefully this works. I only get to use my powers 3 times. So by doing this, even if this doesn't work, I only have 2 more power usages left. But there's also only 1 more obstacle left. You try to gather your nerves and run faster than you ever have before. The quicksand begins to ripple as the surface of it vibrates at your speed. The ripples of quicksand are beginning to move away in a pattern from you. Okay. Cool. This is working so far. I'm going to check to see if the swarms of bees were scared away while continuing to race across the quicksand. Because I need to try and get to the other side of the quicksand pit. I also need to make sure that when I get to the other side, the bees aren't like chasing me down. Because that would suck. The bees do indeed seem to have moved away from the ripples of quicksand. You see a few strays, but they quickly move away when they sense your approach. You notice large footprints in the quicksand. What? You are scared that a giant creature might be somewhere in the area. You hurry and try to get to the other side of the quicksand pit as soon as possible. Yeah, because I don't have a lot of time to spare. Like, hopefully this works. I wonder if I could have made some kind of chemical concoction to, like, solidify the quicksand or something. That would have been interesting. Your speed begins to increase as you run across the surface of the quicksand. You cannot help but feel like something is watching you from the trees. I made it, you think to yourself while slowing down a bit. What could be next? Okay, cool. I'm going to arrive at the site of the third obstacle. I need to be cautious because I only have 2 power usages left. And there might be a giant in the area. I'm not sure how to cross a minefield that is being watched by snipers. Yeah, I'm afraid that if I run into the minefield, that I might step. Ooh, I said I instead of you at this point. That you might step on a mine or get shot by a sniper. What's something that I could do in order to deactivate all of the mines? Like maybe an electromagnetic pulse could take out all the mines, if they're electrically activated. And maybe I could create an electromagnetic pulse by trying to move quickly and generate friction in order to generate like static electricity and then to like release the pulse somehow, like kind of thing. I feel like that's something the Flash could do. The Flash is making lightning all the time running at super speed. Essentially creating friction with the particles in the air, negative ion bullshit, lightning, zomp. That could potentially work. But then what about all the snipers in the area? That doesn't stop you from getting shot. I guess if I run faster than the human eye can see, then the snipers won't be able to get me. So since I'm at my last obstacle, I might as well use 2 power usages, one to try for the electromagnetic pulse and one to try for running faster than the eye can see. So I'm going to attempt to move so fast that I create enough friction in the air to produce to produce electricity. Well, I guess to produce an electric field to use as an electromagnetic pulse to disable the minefield. Okay? Hopefully that works. Or, we blow up and die. That's the alternative. Wait, I said you aren't sure who instead of how? How'd I mess that up? Anyways, you begin to cross the field at normal walking pace. Why would I do that? You see mines begin to go off all around you. You cannot control your fear. You look around and begin to run as fast as you can. You hear several bullets whiz by you as the snipers fire upon you. It didn't do the thing. It didn't do the thing. I wanted to attempt to move so fast I create enough friction. And then it said I would go at normal walking pace. So there's just boom! It was like you're in a Michael Bay movie. There's just explosions and bullets whizzing by and shit. Oh no. Okay. Am I still going at normal walking pace? Yeah, oh wait, and then it says you look around and begin to run as fast as you can. Oh, that sucks. I had a plan, but the game said you don't do the plan. So I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that I'm fast enough to outrun the bullets and explosions. Not what I was going for. Definitely wanted to do something more strategic. Though I guess I already did some strategic stuff for the first 2 obstacles, so might as well have some crazy suspense. You hear several explosions behind you and to the left and right of you. You don't look back. You just try to run as fast as you can. You make it past the minefield and continue running. You see the end of the obstacle course not too far ahead of you. Okay, ballin'. By the way, so far, I think this is really working out. I think my character description is like sexy. The power armor design is cool. I mean, if you like rats, I don't think everybody fucks with rats. And also, if you like black and white color schemes, I know I do. I like that on the cliffside, I almost fell. I had to use my armor in order to like cling to the cliff. I like that for the killer bees, I had to like break the sound barrier to create a sonic boom to scare away the bees and to like race across like the quicksand without sinking in. Like I like the strategy that was involved in that and the strategy that was involved in the first part, but also the suspense in the first part, where I like was slipping on the cliffside or whatever. That was cool. I like that I had a plan for like getting across the minefield, but the game said fuck it, but I went with it and it ended up creating like a really tense, suspenseful moment, anyways, where it's like, am I gonna blow up? Am I gonna get shot? What's gonna happen? So I think that's cool. Like so far, I think this is like an exciting, sexy story with like action, superpowers, cool designs. It's all the stuff that I wanted. Okay, so let's claim the Stone of Power. Okay, so now I'm going to look around for the Stone of Power. Also, now, am I out of power usages? I ran across the quicksand, and I was gonna do the electromagnetic pulse thing, but then the game just didn't let me do that, so I just ran. So that's only 2 power usages. I think I have 1 more power usage. The Stone of Power is a short distance away from the exit gate. It is sitting on a podium made of cement and metal. A small card is sitting on top of it. The writing on the card is in a language you do not understand, but you can tell it holds powerful magic. Okay? You cautiously reach for the Stone of Power. You are being cautious because earlier you noticed giant footprints in the quicksand, and you don't know if there are evil giants around who might try to stop you. Also, in universe, all this is happening in like 3 minutes. You reach slowly for the Stone of Power and pick it up. Congratulations, you have passed the 3rd and final challenge of Castle Cravenhard. You may leave. You hear a familiar voice say to you out of the clear blue. Oh, say to you out of the clear blue. Out of the clear blue. Who says out of the clear blue? Clear blue or whatever. So I'm going to look around for the source of the familiar voice. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. You're standing in a large room with gray concrete walls. The room is perfectly circular and has a domed ceiling. You look down and see an intricate tile floor. The tiles are black with yellow swirls. Where's the source of the familiar voice, though? I like that we now have like some scenery set. We kind of know where we are. Still don't know where the voice came from. Standing near you is a man wearing a black robe. You can tell that the man is tall, but other than that, you cannot see his face because it is covered by a hood. You reach out and touch him, but your hand goes right through him. I'm going to say, we need to hurry. I need to use the Stone of Power to save the multiverse. But I can't read the writing on the magic card that came with the Stone of Power. Yeah, so I have no idea how to activate it. Castle Cravenhard. Interesting. The hooded figure reaches into his robe and pulls out a small card. Here, take this one. It's the one I used when I passed this test. The card seems to be heavier than it should be. You put it into your pocket and thank the hooded figure. What? What do you mean? Hold up. I'm going to use the heavy card to try and activate the Stone of Power to save the multiverse. Also, it's interesting that this is being described as like a hero test. Like, because I thought I was saving the multiverse. Maybe you have to save the multiverse to pass the hero test. Excuse me. You hold the Stone of Power in your right hand and the heavy card in your left. You place the heavy card onto the flat surface of the Stone of Power, and nothing seems to happen. Okay? I'm going to attempt to read the heavy card in the hopes that the words on the card activate the Stone of Power. Okay, so I gotta save the multiverse. I thought the obstacle course was gonna be the hardest part, and then I would just get the Stone of Power and save the day. But it seems like there's more to it than that. You look at the card. It is written in an old language, but you can make out some of the words. To activate the Stone of Power, simply place a material possession of yours onto it. Okay. That can be done. I'm going to take off my power armor and place it on the Stone of Power. Yeah, because I'm not really carrying much of anything as far as I'm concerned, so I'm just gonna get naked. Do 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 dun 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 do 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 na 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 do 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 do. You place your power armor on the Stone of Power, and it sinks through the Stone of Power as if it were made out of mist. The words written upon the stone begin to fade until they're barely legible. I'm gonna say, did that work? Did I save the multiverse? Yeah, like I have no idea what happened. Like now I'm just naked looking at a rock. I don't know what's going on. You are standing in a large room with great concrete walls. The room is perfectly circular. It's repeating the thing from before. Stop. Retry. I'm running out of time. You look around and try to think of a way out of this room. You realize there's no way out. The room is completely sealed off from the rest of the castle. A blue glow emerges from the center of the room, and you feel like you're being pulled towards it. I'm going to say, mysterious figure. Did I save the multiverse? Yeah. And then I'm going to walk towards the blue glow. Yeah, I'm so lost. You walk towards the blue glow and it pulls you in. You are weightless as you begin to fly through a long tunnel of golden light. You see planets and stars whiz by you as you go faster and faster. What? What? Okay. You are confused. You're confused. You think that maybe this blue glow is the power of the Stone of Power that you activated by sacrificing your power armor. One can only hope. You were oh, sorry. I was about to read the thing that I just said. Please, 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 work. I think I only have like a minute or two left. You continue to fly through the tunnel of light. It feels as if your mind is racing faster than you are traveling. Suddenly you see a light at the end of the tunnel and feel yourself slowing down. You find yourself in a new room. What? I'm gonna say, did I save the multiverse? I am naked and confused. I just have no idea what's happening. I'm just trying to save the multiverse. The guy in the cloak said I passed a text. I am confused. I can't say I'm naked. I'm confused. Do 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 do. A voice says, "You are very confused." You turn to look at who is speaking to you, and you see 4 figures standing facing you. Ooh, did I save the multiverse? That's all I need to know. I have one objective, really. Like, I literally was in a position where it's like you only have like 3 minutes to save the multiverse. I did a whole bunch of stuff at super speed. I almost died like multiple times. A blue figure says, "I don't think so. Not like this." A green figure smirks and says, "Well, that was certainly an interesting way of doing things. Most people don't attempt to wear the Stone of Power as clothing." The green figure laughs as a joke. What? Hold on. So that means that the multiverse is about to be taken over by villains? Yeah, like, that's not a good thing. Are these figures like heroes? They mentioned something about a test, and I was like passing a test. Nobody's put me into the loop. I don't know what's going on. A red figure scowls at you and says, "You did it wrong, so of course the stone was not properly activated. That means that you're probably going to have to try again, but this time follow the instructions properly." What? This time? But there's no time left. I only had 3 minutes to save the day. Yeah, what are you talking about? Do 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 do. And also, I took my clothes off and I put them on the stone. That's not the same thing as trying to wear the stone. The red figure looks angry and says, "Look down." You look down at your body, and you see that it is no longer that of a rat. You have been transformed back into a human form. What? I was never a rat. The armor just looks like a rat. I retried. The red figure frowns at you and says, "That's not my problem, that's yours. You wasted time talking to me. That's not going to help you when the multiverse is destroyed." Oh no. Okay. Do. So, long story short, I think the story really had everything, except maybe like a happy ending. You know what I mean? We had the sex appeal. We had the cool design of like the power armor. We had suspense. We had strategy. We had super powered action. Um, we had pretty okay pacing. I think near the end things got kind of weird because I just wanted confirmation that I won, only to learn that I didn't win. Um, but yeah, I guess the multiverse got destroyed at the end of this adventure. I even got the Stone of Power. It's just once I got it, I didn't know what to do with it. It was just kind of game over. What did you guys think? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. And feel free to try out the scenario. I made it myself. Like I said, it's based on what I think makes like a cool story. So I wanted to play an AI Dungeon 2 campaign based on what I thought made a cool story. I'd love to see fan art of this, by the way. I think it would be really cool to see the character go through all the different obstacles and challenges. Let me know your thoughts on like the design, the powers, the obstacles. I would be interested in doing this again, but with like obstacles and powers that you guys choose, and even like design choices that you guys choose. Essentially, if anyone wants to rewrite this like first like paragraph or whatever, but with like a description that you think would be sexy, and like with a suit that you think would have a cool design, and with powers that you think would be awesome, and with obstacles that you think would be difficult for me to overcome. I would love to see you guys' version of this and for me to play through that. So definitely share that, especially if you like do it and like create a link to it on the AI Dungeon website so I can play it. I think that'd be awesome. But anyways, thank you all once again for tuning in. If you guys like AI Dungeon 2 content, I make AI Dungeon 2 content every day. I think of this channel in its current state as an AI Dungeon 2 channel. I also do a lot of other stuff. I like to stream and play games with friends, but I really love AI Dungeon 2. It's my favorite video game of all time. So thank you all for tuning in, and thank you for sharing your time with me. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and ding ding ding, ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black Phone Only, logging out. Peace, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Check it out.